beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On first down, back to H.M. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
It's a loss of 2.
In motion, Hill. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
12 yards on the play. Leads to 3rd down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Jalen Knoll deep for Houston. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
That one complete downfield to Kirk. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Stroud sets up the play action. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he is all the way up past the 25. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up...
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and very long. Back to throw. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. On is Jake Bailey to send this one away. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
And the Texans first down.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. That run successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Dumps it off to Mixon. Touchdown! Joe Mixon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
He'll look to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Texans' 45-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Texans will take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And they may be content to take this 7-0 lead into the locker room. We'll see. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On the quick, right?
Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Play!
Final play of the half, Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Scott Hansen and crew thrilled to be with you from the Orlando studios at EA Sports, and we'll keep this one short and sweet. Just 1 touchdown on the board so far, 7-0 at the half. Will the offenses pick it back up? To find out, let's rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Stroud. He'll try to do it himself. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, let's go.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night. They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Set. Liking it. Set. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 77 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something, when you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Miami set to take over. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0 the score as they regroup with 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On target over the middle of Hill. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the 1st down.
It's 4th down.
In motion, Hill. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Stroud out of the gun here. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Hey, King. Okay. Go.
Now it's Mixon running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. Stroud looking to throw. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That's good.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And they're going to speed things up here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. First throw now for the backup Tua Tagovailoa. Touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, 27 yards. And the Dolphins are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Tua going to try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Working to put a drive together. They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
On the quick, right?
They'll run with a USC man, Woody Marks.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Stroud back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. And sensing the momentum, maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Throwing Tua. That'll be caught by Hill. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And this is up and good to put them up by a point. It's 15-14. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So Stroud and the Texans down 15-14, 50 seconds to go. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Stroud. Pass complete to Higgins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Now Stroud. Finding Schultz. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, spike it.
But this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. He's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. Well, this crowd is making an impact right now. 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. To the sideline and incomplete. They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have one last shot.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had to force it there on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. Down the sideline he goes. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the 4th quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.